There are arguments that are so ridiculous and absurd that you wish you didn't have to address them, and one of them is presented by exegetical novice, saved by baptism. It is often his constant claim on Pal Talk that his church goes back to the time of the apostles, and he often appeals to Romans 16:16 to try and justify this abject stupidity. Let us look briefly at the verse Romans 16:16. Quote, "Greet one another with a holy kiss. All the churches of Christ send greetings." Unquote. It is claimed by Saved by Baptism that his denomination, the Church of Christ, goes back to the time of the apostles based off this text. However, every student of the Bible will agree that a passage has to be read within its context. You can make the Bible say what you want with the common abuse of certain texts out of their context. A text out of context in isolation from context is always a pretext, as the saying goes. I have mentioned this argument in a previous video, briefly, with regards to names being in the Bible and the fact that the name of a religion doesn't prove the authenticity of a religion, and this is still the case, even with regards to Catholicism, with regards to the Jehovah's Witnesses and other groups who do this sort of thing. But I think it's time that this argument is put in the trash once and for all, like Ergin Kanner's career was put in the trash by those who wonderfully exposed him. Let's look again at Romans 16:16 in its context, from Romans 16 verses 1 to 16. Quote, "I commend to you our sister Phoebe, a deacon of the church in Kencray. I ask you to receive her in the Lord in a way worthy of his people, and to give her any help she may need from you, for she has been the benefactor of many people, including me. Greet Priscilla and Aquila, my co-workers in Christ Jesus. They risked their lives for me. Not only I, but all the churches of the Gentiles are grateful to them. Greet also the church that meets at their house. Greet my dear friend, Epanetus, who was the first convert to Christ in the province of Asia. Greet Mary, who worked very hard among you. Greet Andronicus and Junia, my fellow Jews who have been in prison with me. They are outstanding among the apostles, and they were in Christ before I was. Greet Ampliatus, my dear friend in the Lord. Greet Urbanus, our worker in Christ, and my dear friend Stachys. Greet Apelles, whose fidelity to Christ has stood the test. Greet those who belong to the house of Astrobulus. Greet Herodian, my fellow Jew. Greet those in the house of Narcissus, who are in the Lord. Greet Tryphena and Tryphosa, those women who work hard in the Lord. Greet my friend Persis, another woman who has worked very hard in the Lord. Greet Rufus, chosen in the Lord, and his mother, who has been a mother to me too. Greet Asyncritus, Phlegon, Hermes, Patroclus, Hermas, and the other brothers and sisters with them. Greet Philologus, Julia, Nereus, and his sister, and Olympias, and all the Lord's people who are with them. Greet one another with a holy kiss. All the churches of Christ send greetings." Unquote. Now, forgive me for my butchery of the names. Can't even pronounce them properly. My apologies. But anyway, carrying on. The churches that are mentioned within the context are a specific group of churches and individuals whom the Roman Church, not Roman Catholicism, I hastily add, are to send greetings to the saints that Paul has commended. As we can plainly see from the context, what we have from Saved by Baptism is a gross misuse of the verse, as well as ridiculous anachronism. Yes, it was a silly argument to address, and there are others to address that are worthy of one's time, but hey, why not have a little fun and a few laughs of your apologetics? Anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch.